But the big news, of course.
We begin with the breaking news that the Justice Department has begun releasing millions more documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
Yep, it's Groundhog Day. We call it that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We call it Groundhog Day because this is the day when Donald Trump sees Epstein's shadow. And we get 6 more weeks of not knowing who any of the co-conspirators are in this multinational sex trafficking case. And also because Punxsutawney Phil is all over the files. Is that to scale by any chance? That may be the biggest groundhog. They actually look like they could be friends. Bill Clinton and Punxsutawney Phil. The point I'm trying to make is the Epstein files thing. We've been through this before.
Donald Trump, revelations about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
The MAGA fault line seems to be widening from a fracture.
Breaking news. A big break. Republicans breaking with Trump on Epstein.
The dam could potentially be breaking here with MAGA.
The beginning of the end of the Trump presidency.
After 1 million more documents in the Epstein files were discovered last week, will this fracture become a lasting, irreversible break?
I'm going to go with no. God, you guys are adorable. The chances of this breaking MAGA are actually worse than Trump just lowering the age of consent to be done with the whole thing. Which is that. I didn't say we were doing it. Which is not to say there isn't awful shit in this new Epstein dump. It was a veritable who's who of who you imagine wanted someone to touch their hoo-hoo. Allegedly, Lutnick, Bannon, Musk, Summers, Gates, Clinton, Tish, Melania, the guy who directed Melania, Prince Andrew, and Sir Richard Branson. I don't think any of us will ever masturbate again. That is. And of course, the star of our show, Donald Josephine Trump, whose thousands of mentions render Trump as kind of a necessary backdrop through the entirety of the Epstein files, kind of like New York City in a Woody Allen movie, which coincidentally is apropos because he's also in the files. And, of course, to get ahead of the story, I am also in the files. We all searched our names, right? You guys didn't search your name? All right, well, I know. Whatever. I am in the files. All right, this is actually true. I take you to the scene. It is midnight, August 29th, 2015. Jeffrey Epstein lies wide awake, his mind turning with ideas. He jots a quick note to a producer named Barry Josephson saying, I suggested to Woody. Y'all know which Woody, right? It's the Epstein files. It ain't Harrelson. All right. Or the cowboy from Toy Story. You know which Woody we're talking about. Quote, I suggested to Woody that he do an exclusive new stand-up routine for either Apple TV or Amazon. Oh, Jeffrey Epstein always had his finger on the pulse of what America was clamoring for in 2015. But Barry Josephson, thinking like the out-of-the-box television professional that he was, pitched this idea. This is true. Quote, make a true biographical experience with his stand-up being the capper. Somebody like Jon Stewart could host/narrate the biographical part. Excuse me? I am offended. Somebody like Jon Stewart? Or Jon Stewart? My point is, do I have the offer, or is this an audition? Perhaps the more extensive references were reserved for members of the billionaire class who traveled in Epstein's circles, including the billionairiest of them all.
New emails from billionaire Elon Musk and Epstein coordinating a possible visit to the financier's infamous island.
Elon says, do you have any parties planned? I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose.
I'm sorry, I hate to do this. Can we zoom in on the email on that, please? Christmas Day? Now, another big name in the files is Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, which in itself is not big news because since Lutnick admitted that he met Epstein in 2005 and then said he immediately cut off all contact. You know what? I won't. Let me let him tell the story.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often do you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Shiatsu or like a deep tissue or a lomi? His dick. I'm sorry. It's about. I apologize. It's okay. Yeah. He's talking about a dick massage. Go to the bathroom and go skiing. Okay, dick massage. Understood. Carry on with the story.
And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house.
Wait a second. Hold on. You live 6 steps from Jeffrey Epstein? 6 steps. Jeffrey Epstein's house was 6 steps. That's how up housing is in New York City. Even billionaires don't get to live more than 6 steps away from each other. Imagine how the rest of us live in this habit trail hellhole. I'm sorry. Anyway, carry on.
And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. No. That's how, oh, yeah. You and your wife decided. Yes. Yeah. No. Your wife and you were both outraged. You walked out of there like, honey, that guy, what a creepo. I mean, to think there's a guy with massage tables and a sex swing in a dildo room just 6 steps from our house. I mean, believe me, honey, you'll never catch me commuting to Palace Avenue ever again. Right, honey? You trust me, right, honey? And so he never returned. Until...
Files released today showed that Howard Lutnick tried to meet or call with Epstein several times after 2005.
Yes, Jeffrey, it's me, Howard Lutnick. I'm on your stoop right now. I just want to remind you, sir, I am disgusted and appalled and have a tremendous amount of tension in my trapezius muscle. You wouldn't happen to know the right kind of massage? My balls hurt.
The midterm elections are coming up, and things are not looking good for my boy, Donald Trump. His approval rating is in the toilet, and Democrats have been overperforming in every special election since he took office. Last week, they won an election in deep red Texas by 14 points. Yeah. So let's give it up for Lee Womgans. Let's hear it, Lee Womgans. Okay, just so you know, Lee Womgans was the Republican, you idiots. Good job following the news. But still, if Trump wants to avoid a blowout in the midterm, he's going to have to do something. Well, he could change his policies. He could slow down the rampant corruption. He could find less adorable kids to deport, so it's like, who cares? So, Mr. President, what's it going to be?
Donald Trump once again floated the idea of canceling the midterms.
He boasted that he had accomplished so much that when you think of it, we shouldn't even have an election.
Yikes. Yikes. Look, I do get the joy of canceling plans. No one loves bailing on drinks or a work dinner or my kid's piano recital more than me, but you can't cancel elections. Voting is the most American thing you can do besides, well, not voting. And forgive me for being serious for a moment, but the president suggesting that he might cancel the midterms appears to be the inflection point toward a dictatorship from which our nation cannot return. This is serious.
The president was simply joking.
That was a joke. Forget it. It was a joke. Phew, that is a relief. Oh, my God. I guess I was worried that it wasn't a joke because it's a little unusual for a president to joke about canceling an election. And also, this particular president actually did try to overturn an election. So I guess I don't get the joke? Can someone in the press corps please ask the White House what was funny about this?
Are you saying that the president finds the idea of canceling elections funny?
Andrew, were you in the room? No, you weren't. I was in the room. I heard the conversation.
Okay. It was a you had to be there thing, but none of us be there. If I was in the room, then I would have gotten it from his tone. It's like when Chris Rock tells a joke about black people. It works in the room, but it doesn't work later when Stephen Miller retells it at a Klan meeting. But this is why we have a press, to hold these people accountable. You can't blame the reporter for asking.
That guy's from The Independent, a British paper, and he is actually a weenie, and I hope that gets back to him.
That guy is such a nerd. People like that, I mean, that's why we hate the media. They're just nerds. Lighten up.
Yeah. What a f***ing nerd. So, okay, I've learned my lesson. The president was just joking about this election stuff, and I'm a cool guy. I get jokes. So I'm going to take all this much less seriously.
This morning, President Trump trying to exert more control over the nation's elections, saying Republicans should, quote, take over the voting.
Okay, this sounds scary, but I know now it's probably just another hilarious joke. Let's take over the elections. I'm going to cancel the midterms. I'm going to be president forever. This weekend, the new Melania movie came out, and what a ride. She pretends to go missing, frames him, then he comes back, and they live happily ever after. I'm assuming I didn't watch it. Surprisingly, the movie did way better at the box office than people had expected. And you might be thinking, who would have gone to see that? Well, Jordan Klepper went to the premiere to find out.
Last weekend, MAGA celebrated the release of Amazon's $40 million documentary about Melania Trump. So I traveled to our frozen capital to visit America's most respected cultural institution, the Trump Kennedy Center. I was sure to see the glitz and glamour that surrounds our First Lady.
There's a lot going on in the world right now. People are stressed about the affordability crisis, the issues with Greenland. People are dying in Minneapolis. My big question for you is, who are you wearing?
Well, in my soul, I'm wearing the truth and freedom. But on my body, I'm wearing a dress by my friend Weave. I'm wearing Dolce.
I'm actually wearing an Ivanka Trump dress.
Is that right?
Oh, Ralph Lauren
Well done.
and Stuart Weitzman.
I'm wearing primarily Bass Pro Shop and 3 layers of Carhartt.
My Rebecca Valiant's very Melania approved. And jewelry, I'm wearing La Kosta, which is organic jewelry. So part of making America healthy again.
Is that right?
Yeah, so jewelry, they
I
actually...
can't get measles from your ring, can I?
They came for the spectacle of 118 minutes of FLOTUS heroically walking into rooms, and out of rooms, and into planes, and even out of cars. It was an epic tale that drew people from all over America.
It's a big night. Where are you guys coming in from?
Las Vegas.
Yes.
South Dakota.
Why didn't you just go to a movie theater in South Dakota? You'd have the whole theater to yourself?
Well, you know, I could have done that.
So what were they all expecting to see?
We're going to see behind the scenes of the First Lady, you know, her day to day, and it's the 20 days leading up to the inauguration.
I'm not even sure which 20 days it is, right?
I don't know what was the last 20 days. Greenland, those murders in Minneapolis. Hopefully it's the earlier 20 days.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be any cameos in the film tonight?
I'm sure.
Who do you think? Who do you want to see?
Maybe, you know, Nicki Minaj might be in it.
She might pop in.
Yeah.
Stay after the credits. Maybe Epstein pops in. Who knows?
Probably not. I think it's an important night because Melania is a very notoriously private person. You know, everybody loves that narrative arc of someone who comes from a small European country and ends up becoming the First Lady of the United States of America.
It's truly an immigrant story.
So why are you watching that bull in there?
Everybody is still binging the latest season of the Epstein Files, so let's get into all the fallout in another installment of the very normal and not shady handling of the Epstein Files.
It's pretty boring stuff.
For the past week, people have been poring over the Epstein Files and learning all the connections he had to the rich and powerful. Few people have been as disgraced as former Prince Andrew. But somehow, this next batch has made him even disgracier.
Former Prince Andrew has moved out of his longtime Windsor home, his brother, the king, evicting him from the royal estate over his links to Jeffrey Epstein.
Ugh, wow, kicked out by his own brother, who is also his second cousin and his fifth uncle 12th removed. The point is, there's a lot of incest in the royal family. I'm glad he's getting evicted, and I think we can all agree it is much funnier when a British pedophile has to go door to door in their new neighborhood like, "Oi, Governor, I'm a pedo, innit? Cheerio." Anyway, let's check out the shithole that former Prince Andrew's being sent to.
Andrew has moved to a cottage on the King's private estate in Sandringham, far from the public eye.
Sandringham is a sprawling estate. It's set on 80 square kilometres of grounds. There are multiple houses and cottages that are on this site.
Oh, no. Not a cottage on the private estate. Only 2 butlers. And are we sure we want Prince Andrew far from the public eye? That's kind of how we got into this mess. If you ask me, he should have a 24-hour webcam on him like a pregnant giraffe at the zoo. How is it that it's impossible for any regular person to find affordable real estate and they're giving away fancy cottages to alleged pedophiles? Next time I go to an open house, I'm going to be like, "Honey, tell him you're 12. Look, nobody's going to shed a tear for a prince who has to downsize to the bad palace, but the ones that I truly feel bad for are the spouses. Imagine being Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, right now. How devastated she must be to learn that her husband had so many links with Jeffrey Epstein.
The former prince's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, is back in the headlines for her links to Epstein. The latest files revealing emails she sent to Epstein after he was found guilty of soliciting a minor for prostitution in 2008. She wrote, "You are a legend. I really don't have the words to describe my love, gratitude for your generosity and kindness. Kiss, kiss. I'm at your service. Just marry me."
Wow. Wow. That is the worst thing Fergie has ever written. And yes, I'm including the "Let's Get Retarded" song. You wanted Jeffrey Epstein to be your husband? Really dodged a bullet, Fergie. He could have said yes, and then you would have ended up married to a huge pedophile. Oh, wait. Either way, I am very happy to present Sarah Ferguson with this Lifetime Achievement Award for having the worst taste in men. Congratulations, Fergie. Better luck next time, Cheryl Hines. It's an honor just to be nominated. So yeah, this isn't a good look. And based on what happened to Andrew, I assume Fergie will be facing some sort of consequences on her own?
On Monday evening, Ferguson's charitable foundation, Sarah's Trust, announced it will shortly close for the foreseeable future.
Ah, the charity is shutting down? That doesn't seem fair. Sorry, kids, the Duchess emailed a pedophile, so no mosquito nets for you. Now look, nobody enjoys watching the British royal family squirm more than me. I'm still mad about that whole stamp tax thing. But if we're talking about fallout from associating with Jeffrey Epstein, I think there might be someone else who should be facing some consequences. Like not a royal? More like a politician?
In Slovakia, a top advisor to the prime minister has resigned after emails showed he met with Epstein in 2018.
No, not some minister in Slovakia. It's not even a real place. When I said certain politicians should be held accountable, I meant, like someone running a country.
There's a world leader facing a political crisis over the Epstein files. That's British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
No, not Great Britain. That's not even a real place. Look, I'm going to be very clear about this. The President of the United States, someone needs to demand answers from the U.S. President.
Former President Bill Clinton agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's Epstein probe.
No. Not a former, you know what, it, okay? I guess everybody in the damn files is going to face consequences except for Donald Trump. And on top of that, he must be so happy that his nemesis, Bill Clinton, is getting in trouble for this.
It bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton. I still like Bill Clinton.
What do you like about him?
I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me, he understood me.
What? He likes Bill Clinton now? Either Trump just wants to get on Clinton's good side before he testifies about Epstein, or this is just a game recognized game moment. I'd like to acknowledge that we're standing on sacred land where Bill Clinton got a Hummer from an intern. Props to the OG. I can barely wrap my head around all the twists and turns in this story. Trump is in the Epstein files, maybe more than anyone, but Bill Clinton is the only one who has to testify about it. But instead of being happy about that, Trump is upset. I feel like I'm losing my mind. This whole thing, it has me, I don't know.
Discombobulated.
Exactly! That's what I was looking for! That's the word! Super Bowl Licks is this Sunday, but President Trump won't be attending. He says it's because it's too far away, but there's actually maybe a deeper reason behind it. For more, we turn to Desi Lydic in our ongoing segment, The Art of the Altercation.
Donald Trump approaches conflict like a professional athlete, with focus, dedication, and a team of neurologists ready to lie for him. So it's no wonder that one of his greatest beefs is with the National Football League, and he can't shut up about it.
Football's become soft.
These new and very much softer NFL rules. Concussion. Up. Got a little ding in the head. No, you can't play for the rest of the season.
What used to be considered a great tackle, a violent head-on-head violent, it's become weak. And you know what? It's boring.
Are you seriously watching football for the violence? Because the rest of us are watching it for the love of the sport. And also the butts, mostly the butts. Yeah, she gets it. She gets it. Also, football is still very violent. Are we sure he's even watching football? The games are so boring now. It's just 5 gay guys helping people turn their lives around. And what the hell is going on with Karamo? No aspect of the NFL is safe from Trump's ire. Over the years, he's threatened to fire their players. He uninvited the Eagles to the White House. He told the Commanders to go back to the racist name or name their stadium after him. Look, same thing. And who could forget his worst offense of all, calling Rihanna's halftime show an epic fail? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, did I miss the Lee Greenwood halftime show where he rocked the Super Bowl while pregnant? What's that? Oh, I did? Oh, it was in 1981? And he looked stunning? Okay, my bad. And there's one other gripe he has with the NFL that he just can't let go of.
And speaking of football, maybe we can get the NFL to drop that ridiculous kickoff sit. What the hell are they doing? What is that? I watched the game the other day. I said, what the hell happened? They just kicked off and nobody moved.
Okay. That was the day before the election. His closing argument to the voters was they don't kick the ball from where they used to kick the ball. It is such a stupid argument that it took him all the way to the White House. But Trump didn't always hate the NFL. As with most of his enemies, he's angry because it rejected his advances. Starting in the 80s, Trump tried to buy a bunch of teams, but he never quite sealed the deal. So he did the next best thing. He bought a knockoff from the United States Football League. The USFL was like the NFL's dumb cousin, but not like a hot cousin, more like a weird cousin who's desperate to kiss you because you're the hot cousin. Darren. And Trump let the NFL know he was coming for them.
Are you at war with the NFL? The answer is we are in a form of war right now with the NFL. There's no question about it.
So we're going to be around for a long time, fellas.
Oh, you hear that, NFL? The USFL is coming for your ass, because Trump always wins.
The league collapses, with many critics pointing the blame directly at Trump.
Like I was saying, Trump always wins at collapsing the thing he puts his name on. This guy. Was playing 3D football. After almost destroying the NFL, Trump sat out a few seasons, and then his pathological thirst came out of retirement. And unlike his past attempts, this one had consequences that no one saw coming. Well, no one but Stephen A. Smith.
He called me in 2014. He said, Stephen A., I'm trying to buy the Buffalo Bills. If these motherfuckers get in my way, talking about the NFL owners, these motherfuckers get in my way, I'm gonna get them all back. I'm gonna run for president. That's what he said.
First of all, thanks for the warning, Stephen A. Smith. How is this the one thing you heard about and didn't immediately say on camera? And what the NFL? We're on the brink of nuclear war over Greenland because you wouldn't let him have the Buffalo Bills? This is the worst thing the NFL has ever done, and I'm including the time Brett Favre sent dick pics while wearing Crocs. Ooh. Which brings us to the Super Bowl this weekend, and Trump's already been pre-complaining about the Bad Bunny halftime show.
I never heard of him. I don't know who he is. I don't know why they're doing it. It's like crazy. And while we're at it, I'd like them to change the kickoff rule, which looks ridiculous.
Oh, my God! Shut up about the kickoff already! Just watch soccer. So who will ultimately win the Altercation Bowl, Donald Trump or the NFL? No one knows for sure. Well, maybe Stephen A. Smith knows. Hey, Stephen, next time, call us.